was the first play, really, for Beth Henley, who actually grew up near Hazelhurst. There is a real Hazelhurst, Mississippi. And she grew up in Jackson. Her grandfather lived in Hazelhurst. And so she visited there often when she was a child. I think you could say safely that it is a Southern Gothic in the truest sense of the word. Flannery O'Connor would be proud to claim this as her own. Southern Gothic typically deals with things, events, and emotions that are so awful that they're hysterical. You have no choice if you want to survive the telling but to laugh uproariously at it. And I think for it to be successful, you know, it has to be really honest and true, and that it is then so awful and terrible that you have no choice but to laugh your head off. In the process, it digs really deep into the human condition, and that's what's so endearing about it. I love every person in this. It's a really good mixture of really solid, accomplished professionals and the kind of the best cream of the crop of the younger local acting community. And so they've had a really good kind of synergistic effect on one another.
The real essence, I think, of this is to come in and give each of the actors those little bits of information that will help them expand what they're bringing to the part. And through the working process with Steve, it became a collaborative effort with the actor to really look at the role, see what needed to be there, and allow them, enable them to bring out the best they had.
All right, you've just shot one, Zachary Beautrail, as a result of his continual physical and mental abuse. What happens now?
Well, after I shot him, I put the gun down on the piano bench, and then I went in the kitchen, I made up a pitcher of lemonade.
Lemonade?
Right, I was just dying of thirst, my mouth was just about as dry as a bone.
So in order to quench this raging thirst that was choking you dry and preventing the possibility of you uttering any intelligible sounds or phrases, you went out to the kitchen and made up a pitcher of lemonade.
Right, I made it just the way I like it, with lots of sugar and lots of lemon. About 10 lemons in all. And then I added 2 trays of ice, and I stirred it up with my wooden stirring spoon.
Then what'd you do?
Then I drank about 3 glasses, one right after the other. They were very large glasses, about this tall. And then, suddenly, my stomach kind of all swelled up. I guess because it was all that sour lemon.
Could be.
And then, what I did was, I wiped off my mouth with the back of my hand, like this. Well, I did that to clear up all those little beads of water that had settled there.
I see.
Then I called out to Zachary. I said, Zachary, I made some lemonade. Could you use a glass?
Did he answer? Did you hear an answer?
No, he didn't answer.
So what'd you do?
So I poured him a glass anyway, and I took it out to him.
Took it out to the living room.
Right. And there he was, lying on the rug, and he was looking up at me, and he was trying to speak words. And I said, what? Lemonade? You don't want it? Would you like a Coke instead? And then I got the idea that he was trying to get me to call for medical help. So I called up the hospital, and I gave them my name and address, and I told them my husband was shot. He was lying on the rug, and there was just plenty of blood. I guess that's going to look kind of bad.
You're gonna cry, 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 and you want me then. It'll hurt when you think of the food